According to the press, Durk's father declared that he was releasing him on bond following 3 attempts, in case you missed it. For the judge, the offer from his lawyers was too good to refuse.
I left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the 3rd time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you, and inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
Consequently, the judge's decision-making process took 4 days. Sadly, the news outlet stated that Lil Durk would be denied his bond because he was physically too rich. The feds say Lil Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted bond, as they fear he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses, the outlet reported.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is, under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
However, shortly after Durk's bond was denied, a widely said, "If you think Durk was denied bond because he's rich, you know nothing about this case. Dee's brother just snitched on all of them. Instead of making it public, they're hiding it to catch Durk's lawyers by surprise. I found the evidence files, and it's very concerning what's written." Ted's request to snitch against Durk and F members. In the new body, cam evidence has changed the course of this case. Durk's attorneys spent a lot of time submitting documents on their bond arrangement. What did Ted say to the feds? Police captured Ted, Durk's main hitman and Dee Dee's brother, at a nearby convenience store while he had a revolver in his pants pocket.
Really? Dude had it. What about that? A man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
They were taking Ted to the police station before he had even stepped inside. "I swear, I'll tell you all about the murders," he said to the officers while in tears. Despite his wanting to stay out of jail, it was too late.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Self-insertion into the waiting cell. All Ted wants is to turn on murderers he knows and escape from prison, which is why he may be seen crying excessively.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 777, what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We can see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
In response to the news that someone had stolen their family's last name from court documents, Durk's closest buddy, Bezu, posted a live response on Instagram. Everyone believed it to be King Van's cousin, perhaps D, or perhaps Vonnie. His brother D is older.
No more know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all they threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. On my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. because of you motherfuckers. Y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
The prison. But confusion increases when DJ Akademiks mentions that Vanny is allegedly spying on Durk.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out that his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, you know, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, you know, maybe jumped maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
Together with the information that is now accessible, this explains why there is no relationship. There was one update that many folks overlooked. Over 230 gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio recordings, video surveillance, and 20,000 pages of reports, are currently being processed for discovery, as member Jam supplied them with the evidence. The feds believe Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stefan Mack, who got Durk's brother, Dathang. Number 2, F, says the court update. Following Durk's discovery that Jam was wearing a wire, his baby mama passed away. The feds think that Jam is the reason Durk is imprisoned for all 3 counts. Durk saw that Jam had a wire on and was talking into it while holding the top of his jacket during this Instagram live.
Give me the check on your man. I heard you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I never having a dare. Architect. Having a dare. Schools out of
Months before Jem was caught, however, Durk was aware that he was acting strangely. They said Durk knew Jam would collaborate and that he had been playing 3D chess the whole time. At a distance, I can see, so, not many people seem to understand that I could talk to you for 5 seconds and know you would comply. Durk would continue by saying that he no longer gives anyone any information, not even his buddies, about his residence. It is evident that he is depressed by Jam's snitching.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids. Cause it's like, I'm just a different type. I'm not the, we're gonna have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the, you gotta watch,
everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta, everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too, hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
Jam, who Durk handed $50,000 to, grumbled about the people in the backdrop of this Instagram stream.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him. Give him milk, bro. Give him the milk so baby mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof,
Bro got out what?
You know that we did.
Haven't you did it all?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah. That's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
In the background of that Instagram live, federal investigators investigated the individuals who were shopping for gems with King Vaughn, indicating their close acquaintance.
Solitary
Stone. We just looked at him, man.
Let's go over there. What up, bro? Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
In yet another M situation, Durk is being pinned because of F congestion. The judge was shown this Instagram story of Dang, posted 30 minutes after Stefan Mack's death, and this one from the following day, in which Durk laughs
You can't see other shit. What? Tweaking on folks. Hey, somebody always said slap con. Yeah. Somebody always said slap con.
Due to the prosecution's destruction of his evidence, which will assist him in winning the case, Durk still has a chance to be released from prison.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
Since they can no longer use Durk's lyrics, the prosecution's case is deteriorating, he said. The investigators just had lyric proof against Durk, but now they aren't even utilizing that, according to Durk's lawyer, who is calling the accusations ridiculous.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Despite Attorney Drew's obvious desire to go above and beyond, considering the latest accusations, this may not be the best line of action. When asked by Akademiks if he would entertain a plea deal, Durk replies, "No, we're going all the way."
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this. Seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
Ultimately, for a single reason, Durk's attorneys are using this against him in order to win the lawsuit, claiming that everything he does in music and online is an expression of
First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records, and there are pop records, and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is...
Even Durk's release from prison is being predicted by online lawyers, the same as what happened with Young Thug.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug. Down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here, because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months before.
Like Thugs, this has happened in multiple cases, he added. adding that the prosecutors likely don't understand rap culture.
Yeah, and I'll go out on a limb and say that sometimes prosecutors don't necessarily understand hip-hop culture. It's almost like a text without context. So you got to really understand the time, the place, the audience. You know, sometimes they might speak in ways that seem direct to somebody that's outside of the culture, but doesn't necessarily, but can mean several things to someone inside the culture. So it would certainly be a flub, big time, right? But it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened where somebody looking through the window, particularly of hip hop culture, doesn't understand what's being said other than their desired use of it.
The media claimed that prosecutors delayed Durk's chance of being released on bond to gather last-minute evidence against him for the next hearing. Brick Baby's recent detention is a result of the federal government's awareness that hip-hop connects people. There are reports of a new snitch circulating the courtroom, which is, according to sources and attorneys, Brick Baby, who was detained during the most recent gang bust, is going to turn on rapper Durk. Since both arrests occurred at the same time, they think the feds will make Brick Baby give up everything on Durk. It's likely that Brick Baby's arrest was made public last week together with Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and other people who were arrested in a Rollins 60s gang takedown. When the feds first pursued Durk for M for hire because of Brick Baby 3 years ago, he stated in a live stream, "You can't say Durk never slid for Vaughn because they got Lil Pab." It appeared that Brick Baby had alerted the federal government about Durk's presence because he was live streaming following Durk's arrest and his response to the prior interview.
But was this an attempted hit or
Well, they can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
God.
Like, who died? You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
Surprisingly, Brick Baby added that he is loyal to Quando Rondo and would have given his whereabouts if Durk had inquired. The feds also said they had an Atty and a location from Durk's song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd something.
Right.
His arrest and the serious accusations the authorities are seeking against him will eventually force him to turn on Durk. Nevertheless, were you aware that the federal government blamed Charleston White for Brick Baby's detention?
I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling you, y'all niggas think I be playing. When Brick Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet and put that $10,000 stack on his head and indirectly said, hey, I got some money on Charleston's head. And he continued to act like he was pursuing me. I made a federal report. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friend. So, not only that, we filed a report with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God.
Additionally, Charleston White is not a huge fan of Durk because he was happy when Durk was arrested.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force, it was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
It may surprise you to learn that Durk's wife, India Royale, was caught cheating just before he was scheduled to be freed from prison. According to a tweet, Durk's baby mama, India, was spotted at a party putting her hand on a man's leg. When one of her friends shared screenshots of the video online, India reacted the next morning.
Family, do we know you? Yeah, you a grown man. Do y'all remember when me and used to like lay concrete, change tires, go to war. Now these niggas on the internet gossiping all day. Like, what's happened?
DJ Akademiks and 6X99 would express their opinions as this gained widespread popularity online.
Alright, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that? Hold on.
Talk about some other.
We talking about India?
She's a good girl. She's
You
a.
met her?
I haven't met her. But
So why you saying she a good girl? Like,
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
all right, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes. Yeah,
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if you get life, like, how did that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?